Howdy, everybody, and welcome to the next exciting chapter of Dreams of Infinity. I am Matthew R. Dawson, your friendly neighborhood host and magic keeper, and joining me around my virtual table tonight are Ashleyien, Hana, John, Kira, and Los. Say hi, everyone.
Everyone, hi.
Hi, everyone.
You're so good at that. Now, before we begin, we do have a few announcements to get through, starting with the first of our two sponsors for tonight's show, HeroForge. HeroForge offers fully customizable tabletop minis with dozens of fantasy species and thousands of parts to choose from. Their easy-to-use design tool lets you build your perfect miniature online using a fully 3D in-depth character creator right in your web browser, which is where we build the tokens for this evening's game. You can build yours today at HeroForge.com. Our second sponsor for tonight's show is XSplit. XSplit is a high-quality virtual webcam background remover that works with your already existing webcam. Using this program, you can protect your privacy while you work or play remotely by blurring the background, removing it entirely, or even putting your favorite pictures in the background instead. You can download the app today at xsplit.com, and if you use the coupon code RANDOM with a capital R, you can get 10% off of your purchase. You can find our referral link in the chat and show descriptions. Last but not least, next Monday, we're back with another episode of Aether Shanties, our Sagas campaign. Our heroes have split apart, with one group searching out for the linguistic expert that they've been searching for and ended up accidentally walking into a building with zombie pirates. Like, you know, things happen in the multiverse. You can check that out at 7 p.m. Central Time. I'm going to remind you all that we also have a Patreon. If you want to help support our show and give a little bit back, you can go to patreon.com/randomrhapsody. There's a lot of cool perks, including things like free maps and GM consultations, and even being able to assist the players of the show during a live stream. So go check that out. You can also help us out by liking and subscribing here on Twitch or on our YouTube channel. Everyone just helps out. Just, interact with us. Or just say hi in chat, We're always watching. Now, you can keep up to date on our schedule and everything we're doing here on the network by following us on Facebook as Random Rhapsody TV, on Twitter as @random_rhapsody, on Blue Sky as Random Rhapsody, and on TikTok as Random Rhapsody_TV. And that's it for our announcements. That took a while. So join us as we return to Loroupa City and continue on with the Magi-Knights as they investigate the Dreams of Infinity. And we're back. So you should know by now how we do the recaps. I offer up the Random Rhapsody coin, which is good for a free reroll during the session. Anyone who does the recap gets the coin, which includes me, and I can use it in so many ways. Like, I would love to have it. Please, let me have it this episode. This is a great episode for that. What do you say?
Nope.
No?
Nope.
Oh.
Maybe one day. Okay, well. Katrina, tell us what happened last time on Dreams of Infinity.
Last time on Dreams of Infinity, after our tense altercation at Loroupa Recplex, we picked up Aisha at home and headed to the power station. In the car, I gave the briefest possible summary to a very confused Aisha, since talking about it seemed to make Damian's foot heavier on the pedals. With tensions between members high, we started our patrol. The power was out all over the city, so it had to be something going on at the power plant. Once we got there, it was clear things weren't right. The guards and everybody else were frozen. They didn't move or blink. The Wanderer didn't even seem to know what had happened to them. We were concerned about them, but it made it very easy to get inside. There was no one to stop us. We hurried down the stairs, and our crystals shone brightly. There was an odd mist swirling around our feet, and once we headed out of the stairwell, it seemed to get heavier, like water. This hallway with many doors, but most seemed to be empty, so we didn't bother checking most of them. And eventually we found the strongest source of evil energy, and this weird flying dragon outsider-like thing, whatever it was, appeared in the hallway. I shot a beam at the creature, hitting it squarely in the chest, and it just shrugged it off. My beam couldn't hurt it! Panic started welling up in me. Meanwhile, Aria managed to kill a cultist in the side room before the horrifying creature screamed. That sound, it just sent waves of panic through me. My ears were ringing with noise, and I couldn't think straight. All I could think of was I couldn't hurt these things. I was powerless. The one thing I had that could hurt outsiders, and it was useless. Lost in my own terrified thoughts of frustration and inadequacy. I was lost in my own terrified thoughts of frustration and inadequacy when I noticed Salem was frozen in horror in front of one of the doors. It was a precarious position to be in, as the enemies pummeled him until he went down, and I was helpless. I couldn't even use Death Watch to try to help him. I was useless. Of course, as always, he was able to take a fracture and get back up, but was barely hanging on to life standing in that doorway until Melody came in and did that creepy blood on hands thing and healed Salem some. Aisha yelled something about needing her backup dancer. I'm always the backup, never the lead. Never good enough. It knocked me back to my senses, though, and I realized I'd been so scared and feeling useless that I wasn't paying attention to everybody else. Melody and Aisha were fighting off those horrible outsiders and cultists, trying to keep them away from Salem and myself. Damian had positioned themselves in one of the other doorways and looked like they had taken quite a beating to keep things from leaving that room. If my magic didn't work, all I had was my ribbon. If I only could hit something! Once the hallways were cleared of monsters, the others went into the room to help Damian deal with the rest of the enemies. I stayed in the hallway, afraid to find more of those creatures my magic couldn't hurt. They managed to stop the cultists. I think there might have been something about one falling in a turbine, and there was something stuck in one, and next time I saw Melody, she had blood on her face. I'm not sure what happened in that room. Maybe I don't want to know? Well, the Wanderer encouraged us to leave immediately. I was worried things weren't done. What exactly were they trying to accomplish there? Does this have a connection with the church? To any of the other locations? What about the school? I'm still worried about what might happen at the big game. I guess we'll find out soon. That's it.
Very well done. There you go. There's the random Rhapsody coin. Now, don't forget to use it. It's only going to last this session. Okay. Magi-Knights. It is now Saturday, September the 7th, 1996. A great time to be alive. At long last, today is the day of the soccer match between Coltrast Academy and Loroupa High. With the Colt's control over your rival team well established at this point, I imagine it's hard not to worry about what the day has in store for all of you as you all awaken in your rooms to see the light of day shining from your window. The skies above your homes have only a few clouds to be seen, and it is somewhat warmer than usual for early September, almost as though a perfect day has been set for this match. You don't have school today, of course. The soccer game doesn't start until a little bit later in the afternoon, so you are all able to sleep in a bit and take the morning to do whatever you want to do to prepare yourselves for the day ahead. So, let's start things off by going around the table really quickly, Magi-Knights, and talking a little bit about what you're going to do. How do you spend your morning? And Aisha, you are currently the leader of this little troop, so you're going to go first.
So, at the end of the last session, I was joking consistently about her talking to the communicator, but when you pre-warned us about this little prompt, I thought about it some more. I thought about Aisha's character arc at this point, and I think she's going to spend this morning doing some yoga, trying to get in center with herself, figure out some mindfulness and what it means to be a leader of this group.
You're muted.
I like it. You know, centering yourself is always a good thing. You know, you find a yoga mat, you sit down, crisscross applesauce, and just breathe. That's fair. Damian, how do you start your morning?
I really liked... I'm sorry I didn't say this before stream. I really liked your idea of a flashback. Can we flashback to the night before? Damian's laying in bed, looking at a soul crystal, or a soul shard, and playing the events of the past couple days in his head. And if we may, otherwise, you know, I can come up with a different way to do it this morning. I would love to flash. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm good with that. Just let's not take up too much time.
Yeah. So the night before, Damian has dropped everyone except for Kat off, and it's kind of quiet as they drive. And then Damian says, "Kat, you've known me the longest. Am I losing it?"
What do you mean, are you losing it? This is all a lot for all of us.
Yeah, but I mean, my fixation with the soccer team, with the Loroupa High soccer team, I mean, it put the entire city in danger. I'm scared I'm going crazy. Like,
You're not going crazy. You just care about the soccer team. You want to keep people safe. We have lots of threads everywhere. I was worried about the soccer team. I was on team go to the soccer team. Go to the school. I believe Salem was as well. I think we have a lot of things going on right now. We can't do everything.
yeah, that's fair. Hey, I'm sorry we lost touch.
Well, life happens. We got busy.
Yeah. But we almost died before I gave you a call, and you know, that's I know things happen, but I'm really glad. I'm really glad we're connected again.
Yes, it's good. And just try to. Tomorrow is the big game. Just focus on your team, the soccer team. Do your best. You seem to be the glue that holds them together lately. Keeping them not going and trashing the other team and doing those kind of things. So your team needs you, and we need you. We have your back. We're going to be keeping an eye on things.
Okay. That really helps. Thanks. And then back into his bedroom, he's looking at his shard of solidarity that he found after dropping off Kat, not knowing where it had come from, but realizing that it was tied to the bond that they shared.
I like it. So you're staying in your bed this morning, kind of thinking back on that exchange and mentally preparing yourself for what's to come. Melody, how do you spend your morning?
Well, first, I would sleep in as much as I can to be well rested for the day. And then probably just have breakfast with my parents and with a picture of my brother at the table, just because there's a possibility that I won't come back. So I want to spend time with them before I have to go.
That's always fair. It's good to check in with one's parents every now and again and enjoy that bond time that you have. Salem, how about you?
Salem got up early per normal around 5. They definitely got some coffee before they headed back and are trying not to think about everything that's happened last day or so, because they want to finish up the project they've been working on for the past week. Project I've been working on for a while. Before everything tonight, because he does still want to have everyone come over and be a good host. It's his first actual high school party, so he wants to do it right. So
is it a high school party? Is that what's happening?
I mean, it's just us, but to Salem, I think that's the closest thing he's ever had or gone to. So
just checking.
It's a kickback. Kickback is a subcategory of party.
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely. Always the overachiever, getting up with the sun. I like it. I imagine as you're doing that, the Wanderer is just kind of chilling there on your couch, watching like a cat does.
Yeah. Salem has a little bowl of milk that he always he's already started buying cat food because, again, he's never had a pet, so the Wanderer's the closest thing, so he always has a dish out for him just in case.
Would he eat cat food, though?
So I imagine what happens is while Salem is away at school for the day, the Wanderer sees this and kind of feels bad for Salem, that Salem wants to have a pet. And so he just goes and puts the cat food back in the bowl in the bag and then puts it down on there and pours some of the cream out. And it's just pretends like he's enjoying it for Salem's benefit.
Appreciate it.
Never-ending bag of cat food.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Katrina, how about you?
Well, Kat probably gets up at whatever her regular time is. Not 5 a.m., but early enough, and decides to try to do a little bit of schoolwork. But everything from the night before just can't focus on the homework. Just not happening. So she puts on some music and does some dancing until her parents come knock on the door and say, "Turn down the music, you're coming to breakfast." So then she has breakfast with the family.
Yeah, that's absolutely valid. I feel like that's a pretty teenager thing to do, really. Sometimes a sense of normalcy is just really what one needs. I get that. Okay. Now, the Wanderer would visit each of you during your morning, just to check in and see whether or not you wanted any gloom gems, or not gloom gems, but shards.
To spend them.
Yeah.
To spend the gloom
To
gems.
spend gloom gems.
We don't want to spend them, but we need to spend them to get stuff.
Yes, it is true.
Damian's gonna spend 12 and get Shard of Mending and Shard of Clarity, both lesser.
Okay. Absolutely.
Pat is going to get a Shard of Lesser Clarity for 8.
Okay.
I think I talked about getting it before, but I never actually did. Now I'm getting it.
Now you got it. Go ahead and
Salem's
add those
also
to your
gonna
character
get-
sheets. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah. I'm also getting the lesser mending, but otherwise I think I'm good.
Okay.
It's 8 gloom gems for the lesser clarity.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool. Yeah, Aisha's gonna buy one of those.
Okay.
I think
La-
I'll just. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
I think I'll just buy. Is it potent? Yeah, the Shard of Mending potent.
Okay. Shard of Mending Potion. That's 12 gloom gems.
Yes.
Okay. Last call for Shards of Power before the Wanderer heads off for his day. Okay. Then, with that in mind, you all head out, getting ready for the first part of your day. Now, on Saturdays, you don't go to school, like I said, so you get a couple free time periods instead. Then after that, like normal, we'll be going into our investigation phase and finally our patrol phase. Though from a narrative sense, time is a little wibbly-wobbly, timey-wimey, so don't think too hard on it. Just let me worry about that. But you all step out of your homes and head out for whatever you're planning on doing for your first free time phase. We're going to go around the table once again and have everybody tell us what they're doing. Now, I will remind you that your second free time phase is the beginning of the soccer match. That's when we're going to be starting off with the first half of our roles. Those of you who are planning on attending the soccer match, you can still do whatever free time phase you're wanting to do. Just try to theme it as also being there at the soccer match. Make sense? Unless you're not going to be at the soccer match. And then you have to tell me something completely different. But anyway, let's go around the table, starting off with our fearless leader, Aisha.
Okay. I think that I, a player, have been torn between the risk of doing a part-time job, even though narratively that makes more sense to me right now, versus the more straightforward effect of combat training. And I'm going to go with what makes sense for the story, and I'm just going to go work on some songs with her manager.
Okay, interesting. Damian, what are you doing?
I can't remember which one we decided it would be, but what Damian is going to do is call up the main people that he knows from the soccer team that he plays with more frequently. We named them Daniel Anderson, Jason Connolly, Brian Reed, Christopher Moore, Jimmy Brown. Whoever responds, likely whoever I can give social points to gather up and essentially do exercise together as a warm-up in preparation for the game, to make sure they're loose, do some yoga, some breathing. So I think I was going to use study and complete homework.
Yeah, we're doing a variation on that, except what this is giving you is you're going to have advantage on one of the rolls for your club activity.
Okay, that's awesome. Great. Perfect.
Yep. So you're gonna gather up with your soccer buddies. They're make for me real quick. Well, actually, we'll do that when I go around the table for everybody. I want to hear what everyone's doing first. Melody, you're next.
I'm going to converse with the Herald.
Interesting. Okay. Are you doing that anywhere in particular?
Mm,
Because the Wanderer did stop by right as you were finishing breakfast, so if you want, you could just do it at your house, unless you're wanting to involve anyone else.
probably just in my room so I can talk to him privately.
Got it. Okay. Salem, what are you doing?
Still has a lot on his mind, but I think he's gonna actually give Kat a call and see if she wants to join him at the mall so they can hang out a little bit, and he kind of wants to talk about things with her. So we're going to the mall and beyond.
To the mall and beyond. And you're down for that, Kat?
Yep, because Kat was, her parents are like, well, since we're all home, we're all going to have some family time. And then the phone rings. Oh, I have to go out. It's important.
Okay. Well, I like it. So the two of you are going to be hanging out at the mall. Who wants to do the Robin Sparkles song for me real quick? I'm kidding.
Incredible.
I'm kidding. Okay, well, let's start things off right at the top again with Aisha. You're doing your part-time job. So what I need for you to do is roll a D4 so we can see what kind of day you get.
Oh, thank God. It's a 2.
It's a 2. Okay, so a 2 is a boring day. It was so slow you would have been happier watching a snail and turtle race. But you've got to relax at least, right? So you can reduce stress by 1 if you have it, and you can gain 1 budget tally. Now, what I'm going to tell you what happened was you did go to and meet up with your manager, and you wanted to start working on some of the songs for the new set. But instead, your manager just kind of spends your entire time together venting to you.
I've had those meetings.
What's that?
I've had those meetings.
Yeah. So your manager is frustrated because she hasn't gotten a call back yet from Gidim. Her secretary tried twice to get a hold of someone, but couldn't get through to anyone. She physically drove herself down to the building, and she tells you the story of how she was rebuffed by a very rude security guard, and goes into this long, elaborate detail about how she pestered him, tried to jump over the turnstile at one point and get past, and she actually got walked out by security in handcuffs. She swears to you that she is going to get an appointment to that place, or it kills her.
Thank you. San.
Don't you worry, Bobala. I've got your back. So yeah, that's what happened there. Damian, you spend your morning with your teammates. I need you to roll a either a leadership or an influence check to see how many of them actually show up.
Can I also say I totally forgot I should have called off work because Damian usually works at the movie theater Saturday morning, so like he makes that call.
Okay, that's fair.
13 on influence.
Okay, we're going to say that you get at least 4 of your friends to show up.
Cool. Legit.
And so you're able to spend that time with them, practicing and whatnot, and you will have advantage on one of the 2 rolls you make for your club activity.
Awesome. Thank you.
Okay. Melody, as the Wanderer had shown up in your room just as you were finishing breakfast and going upstairs to get ready. There he was. You open the door and there he was sitting on your bed, just kind of curled up there. And he says, "Oh, hey, Melody. I just wanted to stop by today. I know you're planning on confronting the soccer club at some point, and I just wanted to make sure you are good on any shards of power or anything like that. And after dealing that out, that's kind of your opportunity."
Okay. And I wanted to say really quick, I noticed on my character sheet, I actually still have shards that I never used from the last combat, so
Okay.
I could not buy the Shard of Mending, so I put back my Gloom Gems.
Fair enough.
I'll say, yes, I just wanted to talk with you for a bit, if that's okay.
Oh, sure. I'm always happy to spend some time and talk with you. What's up? And I'm going to need you to make a mysticism check.
Okay. Ah, 10? Are you kidding me?
10, unfortunately, is a failure. So, on a failure, you only get one of the 2 benefits of conversing with the Herald. You can either take an inspiration point, or you can get a piece of obscure lore.
I want the inspiration point, because I mainly wanted to just talk, not necessarily get information anyway, so
Okay.
that's fine.
Hey, at least you got the inspiration point, which was the whole point of the hanging out with them. So the 2 of you just kind of sit there and chit chat, and he talks to you about the latest Junji Ito that he happened to read, and it's like dark and gory, and it's vibes, you know.
I can't believe he reads that. That's funny.
Oh, I mean, I try to read anything that comes out. Manga is really an interesting art form. I've never seen anything like it before, and they draw some really weird stuff. But it's interesting. It really teaches me a lot about the human condition.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a good thing to judge the human condition by.
Well, I mean, all art is subjective. That's kind of how that's basically how the conversation goes.
Okay, I wanted to say really quickly though, I know you weren't helping me out the other day for my sake, but because you were worried about us sticking together as a team and about Damian getting into trouble, but I wanted to thank you for that because it was a bit hard trying to convince them all on my own. So it was good to have someone on my side.
Well, I am on your side, Melody. Don't ever think I'm not. I'm on all of your sides. Everything I do is to make sure you can do your jobs as well. We're a team.
Yeah, we are. I hope after today we can solidify that more.
Well, I also don't think you're wrong at all. I mean, sometimes when weighing the odds on what thing to go deal with, you have to deal with the clear and present threat. I get it. It makes sense. You tried to find the soccer club. They got away, so you had to deal with what was in front of you. There's nothing wrong with being thorough. There's nothing wrong with Damian wanting to be thorough, but you also sometimes have to focus on what's right in front of you. So I understand your motivations.
Yeah. Yeah, the power plant was a problem for a long time, so I'm glad we got that, well, hopefully taken care of. Not sure if it's done with yet.
Well, I doubt it. You only took out some low-level cultists there. There's got to be more to it than that.
Yeah, that was my thinking too. At
Oh.
least temporarily fixed.
Yes. Okay, then. I better get to check on everybody else, make sure they don't need any other gloom gems, too. Toodaloo! Then
Thanks.
disappears. Okay, well. Salem, Kat, the two of you are heading to the mall. What do you want to do while you're there? You when you hang out at the mall, you basically you gain 1 social point with whomever you're there with, and you get to spend any number of budget tallies to gain a new item. So that's kind of open up and available for you. But apart from that, what's going on with the two of you?
Okay, so what do I need? I know soda, chips. Are streamers a thing? Do I need streamers?
For what?
Do people like those?
For what? For
Oh,
a
tonight.
sleepover?
Yeah.
I don't think we need streamers.
Oh, okay. Well, shoot. All right. So I need that, and I need that. I think I have that. I need to get some more cassettes. I'm running low. Do you need anything? By the way, have we gotten you like pepper spray or anything? I'm trying to get everybody to like stock
Pepper
up on
spray?
this stuff. Listen, with everything we're going through, like now's the time. We got to keep ourselves safe. So, if not, I might have some more at home. But do you need anything while we're here?
I don't know, not that I know of.
Great.
Yeah,
So,
you definitely need chips and drinks and munchies.
yes. And I've got music. Okay. I think I'm ready. Oh, thank you for coming, by the way. I realized that you and I have not actually hung out a lot, and I thought that this could be fun.
Okay.
All right.
Just
It's so awkward. Both of them just kind of like, I think there's long pauses of silence before like try to talk more.
So you have
Probably.
music, you have food, you have.
Mhm. I think we're good. Okay.
We'll be fine. It'll all go great. Don't worry
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and honestly, I feel like with pricing in the 90s, 1 budget tally should get you pretty much everything you need for this
Got
party
it.
tonight.
Perfect. And I will do that. And we are set.
Okay. Well then. Let's go around the table one last time because everybody gets a free social point just for going through free time phase. So both you, Salem, and Kat, you gained 1 with each other for hanging out at the mall. So add that to each other, and then everyone gets 1 more free. So, Aisha, who are you giving your social point to?
I gave it to my manager. That was the only thing that made sense.
Makes sense to me. Damian. Can't hear you.
Sorry, can you hear me now?
Yep.
Daniel Anderson, one of the soccer players. I've got 12 with him now.
Yep, absolutely. Melody.
The Wanderer.
Good call. Salem.
If it's okay, I might give my second one to Kat as well, because she's really the only person I've hung out with today.
Totally fine. Kat?
Yeah, I'll just give both of them to Salem. So
Boom. Done. Okay. Well, that is the end of your first free time phase of the day. It's getting to be around 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So, Damian, you got to get to the soccer field. You have to go to Loroupa High. And you're going to be dressing in their girls' locker room while their team's dressing in the boys' locker room. Then both teams go out to the field. As every typical high school match goes, the home team sits on the one side of the field closest to the school. The visiting team is on the far side. And that's where you all sit. So you're all having to go to that side of the field, which is the southern side, if you're looking at it on an actual map. Now, Damian, you are doing your club activity today. That's what you got going on. So we're going to get to you last. As for the rest of you, this is still technically your free time phase. Now, everybody gets one more social point. So let's think about that first. We'll get to that. And then after that, we're going to go around the table and tell us who's doing what for their free time phase. Damian, for this extra social point, who are you giving it to?
I'll probably give it to the same person, Daniel Anderson.
Fair enough.
Or you know what? No, I'll give it to Aisha. You're coming to the game, right, Aisha?
Yeah.
That puts us at 20.
Boom. Gotta love
Cool.
it. Okay. Well,
And
now
my second phase one's going to go to Damian.
I'm going to go to Aisha next. Who are you giving your social point to?
I'm going to give it to Damian to also give Damian the 20.
Nice. Both of you are at 20. What does that give you?
That gives Comforting Comrade 1. Also, more importantly, we can be in formation together without being stressed the fuck out.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm at a minimum of 20 with everyone at this point now.
High five. Boom. Okay. Kat, who are you giving it to?
Well, right now my lowest would be Aisha or Melody, and Kat is a little annoyed at Melody for keeping secrets until she knows what's going on. So I guess Aisha for now.
Yay.
Okay. I like
Once
it.
we find out the secrets, we'll see what happens.
Okay. Well, Salem, who are you giving yours to?
For the free social point,
Mhm.
probably. I was thinking, Mr. Dan Kissing, the band teacher, because usually bands also travel with the schools. So probably gonna say hello to the teacher while before the game starts.
Okay. Why not? Melody, how about you?
I was wondering if I see James anywhere at the soccer game.
Interesting. Make for me a perception check.
Okay. $13.
You do not see him among the crowd.
Okay. I will give it to... Actually... is it worth it? I haven't used one of my NPC bonds today, and I think I want to. Let's see, where is it? Although you already told me I didn't see him with that roll, so I don't know if that's okay.
Giving it to him?
No, if I use my NPC bond to roll a d4
Oh,
to try to get 15 to see if it lets me see him.
I mean, I'm not gonna tell you what the DC is. I will
Yeah,
allow
yeah.
you to roll it if you want to, and see what
Okay.
happens. if you want to risk using that dice. It's entirely up to you.
I don't know if that would be enough to find him in a crowd, so maybe I won't. Okay. I will give the SP to John.
Salem?
Salem. I don't know, I keep mixing up character names and player names.
We all do it. I just saw the dog. Okay, is that everybody? I think so. Well, let's go ahead and get things underway. Next, we are in your second free time phase. The four of you, I assume, have headed to the soccer field as well. Is anybody skipping the soccer match today? Just had to ask. Okay.
Nope.
So, you all gather up together and make your way and meet up at Loroupa High Soccer Club, or soccer field. The school is pretty well packed. The parking lot is pretty packed, and there's a lot of people already at the stadium when you four arrive. You can see that the stands on Loroupa High's side, completely full. There's big streamers all over the place. There's big signs that say, "Go Loroupa High," yada, yada, yada. It's been decorated and festooned to the nines. The band is out there, the marching band. They're playing on the field as you're all making your way there. It's a pretty big spectacle, and actually kind of a bigger spectacle than what Coltrast normally puts on. You're all feeling a little like, wow. But anyway, you can make your way inside and head over to the Coltrast side, which is not decorated in any way, shape, or form. And although your team has made a decent attempt, you know, Coach Appleman is out there now talking with the other coaches. The band moms are there putting up at least cardboard signs, like poster board signs. Apparently someone saw this at the beginning, went running out to get at least something to put up. And most of your friends' parents are there. You can see Coltrast does have a good showing. They definitely do. They're larger than most normally, given the fact that, you know, your soccer field was damaged at one point. Never did figure out who did that, did you? Anyway, so the four of you have a free time phase right now, and you need to decide how you're using it. Now, you can do any of the free time activities. You're just kind of theming it for here we are at the soccer team at the beginning of the match. So, starting with Aisha, our fearless leader, what are you doing for your free time phase?
So, thematically, we're going to be cheering on the soccer team, and we're going to transform that mechanically into combat training.
Combat
as
training.
Like a warm-up. It's warming up. It's, you know, a lot of kind of doing cheerleader stretches and jumps and stuff and getting all limber.
Heck yeah, I like it. An unsharpened blade dulls with time, and training today might make the difference between death and victory. So you gain the studied effect combat. This allows you to add a plus 1d8 to any weapon attack, and it can be used after the dice has been rolled, but before the results are revealed. What? Just so you can decide after the fact. Yeah, you can use it if you did.
You don't have to. Well, no, before results are revealed. So it's before you know if you hit, but you don't have to say it before you actually roll the attack.
Yeah.
Yeah,
right?
So it's best to save it if you already kind of know what the enemy's armor is, basically.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, you gain an extra 1d8 to any weapon attack. I like it. Katrina, what do you do?
I'm not sure.
Okay, we'll come back to you.
Everyone join me in cheerleading, and then
I might join in cheerleading. I mean, she is a dancer. She might join in the cheerleading.
Sure. Sure, you can go help out as well and take the combat training. Salem, what about you?
Well, that's actually funny you say that. Salem was going to do that, but a little different. I think he was going to try to pull Kat aside and be like, okay, so here's some things that you can do in self-defense. My mom's third husband was in the military. So what you're going to do is you're going to go out with this, and you're going to go for these pressure points specifically. There's one here, there's one here, and you're going to, like...
But you could be doing that in her ear while we are also still, like, putting on the front of cheering.
So the two of them are dancing about, and Salem is just kind of dancing around trying to talk to Kat at the same time.
Yeah, like I can see the like panning shot in an anime where this is happening.
No,
So-
100%.
So like this. so doing the
Incorporating
movements and the dance and
Yeah. It's fight dancing. Yeah.
This is ridiculous.
Typo.
Love it. Totally anime. Melody, what are you doing?
So I was planning to do combat training too, but I would not be cheering with everybody else. So.
dare you.
Who cares? Mechanically, we still get the Magi-Knights doing something together.
Yeah, technically.
I was gonna say that I was just gonna be like under the bleachers practicing fight moves, but
That's fine.
I mean, if you don't want to
Can I
be
do a
alone,
perception
Salem can
check
come
to
join
see if
you.
Sorry, go ahead, Salem. Can you say it again?
I said if like Melody doesn't want to do alone, her and Salem can actually sit and like, talk like pressure points and stuff like that.
yeah, that would be better because Melody would definitely not be out cheering with Aisha. And
Maybe
I do-
Salem got frustrated with Kat not paying so much attention and went
And
to
then
help her.
goes help Melody instead.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
It's great.
Yeah, I'm here for it. Yeah, so that's all going on. And y'all get some extra social points as well, so that's always a good thing.
Aisha's gonna give the point to Kat.
So is it just one more point?
Yeah, it's just one more point for spending the time together. And I think technically, Damian, you should get that too, because you are here for this. In the general sense.
So is it just one extra point, or is it one for every person I'm with?
No, it's just one extra point that you give to somebody you're with.
Okay. I'm gonna give it to Kat.
Okay.
Based on the conversation we had recently.
Everybody else?
I'm giving it to Aisha.
I'm giving mine to Melody.
Is that everybody?
Right.
Kat?
It's either going to be Aisha or Damian. So I'm trying to cheer on Damian because of that. So I'll go with that.
Yeah, you're thinking about Damian.
So I'm only getting one extra SP, right? But everyone else gets two. Is that correct?
Well,
Because of the
you
free
had
time phase?
your
No. Everyone got one because of the new free time phase, and you said you were giving it to someone on the soccer team. Now you've got another one on top of
got
that
it.
that you have to give to one of the Magi-Knights.
because
So
the
I thought-
Magi-Knights have done something together.
I thought that the one SP point that I got was for the early morning, and I gave that to Daniel Anderson.
Mhm.
Does that mean I get another SP point? So 2 total for this free time phase?
Yes.
Got it. That's what I was asking. Okay,
Yeah.
I did not do that second one. Cool.
Gotcha. Yeah.
One for the soccer and one for the Magi-Knight.
I'm going to give the soccer to the same player.
Okay. Now the match actually begins. You see the two soccer teams jogging out onto the field. There's the whole handshaking of the coaches. The two team leaders come up, and there's the coin flip. And for that, I want to have you do your first roll of the club. So for you, being that this is a club, you have to decide how you're doing your day. Are you going full throttle and take an exhaustion point and get a club tally? Are you going moderate? Are you going boisterous support? Or are you going to take it easy?
Full throttle.
Of course you are. So add a exhaustion point to your character sheet, and you gain 1 club tally. After that, you're going to be making these 2 checks. Actually, roll me a d4 real quick. If you roll a 1 or 2, Coltrast gets the ball first. Or wait a minute, no, that's not. That's not.
Loroupa.
I'm thinking of there you go.
You know, it's still decided by a
It's
coin
still
flip,
decided.
and
Okay.
then- yeah.
I thought for a second I was thinking about football, but apparently I'm right anyway. So anyway, yeah, you do the coin flip. Loroupa gets the ball. You start off the game. Now, I'm going to need you to make a D100 check. On a 50 or higher, your club gains another tally point, and your team is going to begin the game with a lot more effort, and they're going to take the lead in this game, starting things off. So this is your
I want to
opportunity.
roll like a whole bunch of other die just to like get it out of my system and then roll the D100. Okay, here we go.
I believe you.
It's not bad, but it's not what I was looking for, right?
50 or higher.
Well,
it 50 or higher?
It is a 50 or higher, so it is a success, which means you get 1 more club tally. I'm going to say that based on the D100 was going to be how the game goes, so with a 50, which is right dead in the middle, I'm going to say that between the 2 teams, things are basically dead even. The Loroupa High team, they're playing their hearts out. They're moving the ball really, really quick, but your team as well. You all spent that time bulking up and doing the extra training. You had your even extra training this morning. You're fighting back with the exact same gusto that the Loroupa High team is. So right now, it is neck and neck. Now, you have 1 more roll for this phase. And since this is sports, you're making an athletics con check. So you're rolling your athletics, and you're adding your con modifier.
I think before kickoff, Damian's gonna grab the shard of solidarity and crush it, and feel that inspiration course through him.
Okay.
So that's going to use up my shard of solidarity and give me an inspiration point.
You have an inspiration point, and remember, you still have to roll 1 of those with advantage. Did you roll the 50 with advantage?
No, I didn't. Oh, I could have
Okay.
rolled that with advantage.
Could have rolled that with advantage.
No, I like this. I think narratively this is great. I will roll this with advantage, though.
Do it.
This is... So there's no more rolls after this. It's just this one?
For the end of this phase, yes, this is your last roll
The
for
end
this.
of this phase.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, okay. I'm going to roll this one with advantage.
Roll it with
First half
advantage.
of the game.
Yep, first half of the game. We are reaching the halfway point. So let's see if Coltrast can pull ahead.
Okay.
Nice roll.
So 21.
21. Very nice. Yes, you do not gain any more exhaustion. That's great. And with a 21, yeah, your team pulls ahead. You are able to score twice in a row, pulling Coltrast into the lead by the end of the first half of the game. The last whistle's blown. The crowd on your side erupts in cheers. Amazing.
Nerve-wracking.
Okay, that is the end of the investigation phase, which means we are now walking into, or that's the end of our second free time phase, and now we're walking into our investigation phase. Let me do this real quick. I want the other one. Okay. We are now technically in our investigation phase, but we're doing our investigation phase a little bit differently because this is a special event we're in right now. The soccer game is our special event of this season. So during the second half of the soccer match, Damian is going to roll 5 dice, and that's going to determine the outcome of the match itself. Okay? You are going to be rolling athletics, coordination, influence, insight, and leadership during this game. Now, while this is going on, the rest of the team is still in the stands, and they have a choice. They can either A, stay here during the match, cheering Damian and the team on. If they do so, that they're going to be rolling the same thing as Damian is. For every successful roll of the dice, Damian gets to add a +1 to his ultimate roll, giving the potential of a +4 to whatever Damian rolls. The DC, I'm just going to tell you ahead of time, is a 16. And you'll find out why.
You said 16?
16. The DC is 16 for your 5 rolls. You get to know this ahead of time. So this is a little bit of strategy. However, if our heroes want to, this is their investigation phase. You can investigate if you choose to. And you've said before that you want to investigate the school. Well, the school is basically 100 feet away from you right now. So that's something to think about. And that's a good thing, because right now it is 7:24, which means it's time for a break. So our heroes get to sit down and think about things for 10 minutes and discuss strategy on how they want to proceed. And when we come back, we're going to get into our investigation phase. Stay tuned. And we're back. And we're getting into the beginning of our investigation phase. The first half of the soccer team has gone in Coltrast's favor. They are ahead by a couple points, and the tension in the crowd is starting to build. Like, Loroupa High side is cheering and yelling and calling out to their team as that side gets on the field. They're booing the Coltrast team as the Coltrast team gets on the field, which is equally bolstered by the cheering from your own side. There's yells, there's a lot of people catcalling, and the band is playing super duper duper loud. Damian and his team has taken the field as well, and play is beginning to happen. So, as I said at the end of, or right before the break, we are going to be doing a total of 5 rolls that Damian is going to be doing to try to get Coltrast Academy to victory. The rest of our heroes can do one of 2 things. They can either go investigate and check out the school they've been so dying to get close to, or they can stay here and help Damian by cheering him on. If they do that, they're going to make the same roll that Damian does, and for each success, Damian gets to add +1 to their roll. Pretty important. So, first question as Damian takes the field. Who's sticking around?
Salem and Aisha, I believe.
Interesting. So, Cat and Melody The two of you are excusing yourself, and you're going to go attempt to slip into Loroupa High, splitting the party.
Uh-oh.
I mean, even if we all went, we'd still be
Yes.
splitting the party.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you would.
Damian would be alone.
But we need to use the restroom.
That's exactly what's happening. Okay,
But
I
we need
like
to use
it.
the restroom, so.
Yeah. You know, it's the 90s. Nobody really stops you as two young ladies just leave the stands and go walking towards the exit of the soccer field. There's one of those big fences around the field, you know, for security and privacy, but the gates are open, and while, yeah, there's like somebody who's clicking to, people as they come in, no one's really bothering anybody as they walk out. People are going back and forth from the field to their cars and whatnot. So you don't really have to be like stealthy, but at the same time, I feel like you need to do a roll to walk away. So you can either choose stealth or deception, to just be nonchalant as you're walking away from the field across the parking lot and making your way up to the school.
The heel broke on my boot and I tripped.
You sure did, and damn near face planted. You had to catch yourself on the hood of a car, and unfortunately, the one you landed on was a really, really nice Mercedes. And even in the 90s, there were, car alarms. And so the moment you hit that, the car blares loudly in the middle of the parking lot. A lot of people are staring at you now. What are you doing?
I just say, I'm looking for my car. Leave me alone.
Make an intimidation check.
Okay.
Influence.
Ah,
Yeah,
8.
influence. There
Why
you
am I rolling so bad?
go.
Or maybe it's good.
So some guy comes running up from the soccer field. They had just came out from their car a little bit ago, and they're coming running back. This is a tall, thin man. He's in his mid-50s by the look of him. Silver hair, swept back. He's wearing a really nice sports jacket and some slacks. He has a gold ring on his finger. He looks fairly wealthy, and he starts berating the two of you for messing with his car about the same time that at the soccer field, the teams kick off. So, I'm going to need Damian to roll his athletics check. And the two people who are hanging out, Aisha and Salem, you're making your athletics checks as well.
No, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, Aisha got 1, so in total, Damian, your rolling is a 19, which is your first success. Your team manages to take the lead, getting the ball away from the other team. You're weaving around them, you're passing back and forth, tripping them up. Goal! Boom! The crowds from Loroupa High, boo! They're yelling. They're throwing things. Like there's a couple empty cups that come out onto the track that's around the field. Coltrast side cheers almost as loudly, kind of getting in the same vibe and giving the same energy that Loroupa High's team or their crowd is giving you. But that is one success. Excuse me. Cat and Melody, you have this idiot just berating you for touching his car. How are you dealing with this?
I'll say, My dad's an aircraft pilot at Loroupa Airport, and this car looks exactly like his. He let me borrow it to come tonight, so I'm sorry for accidentally setting off the alarm.
You can make for me a persuasion check, an influence. Wait a minute, wrong game. An influence check, a leadership, I suppose, maybe, or a deception check. Yeah, deception would also work.
Persuasion is in here too.
Yeah, it is.
I'll do persuasion.
I was thinking of Pathfinder. Pathfinder doesn't have persuasion.
Oh, much better. 23.
23. Yeah, with a 23, I'd say that the two of you have managed to talk this guy down. You've apologized. He's tick, and check the car. There's no damage. Just make sure you're paying attention to what car you touch. Better not see you around mine again.
You won't.
We will walk far, far away from it.
Yeah.
Okay.
From the classic anime the thing.
It's true. As soon as his back is to us, that's what I do.
Well, you've gotten away from him. The noise is removed. Not many people are around at this point, but there are some. But you are able to make your way to the door of Loroupa High. My question to you is, what door would you go to? Because, there's a lot of them in a school like this. Let's say, for expediency's sake, there's going to be 4 major ones. The front entrance, 2 side entrances, and a back entrance that you estimate probably leads into the kitchen, to the lunchroom. So 4 of them. Which one would you go to?
Probably one of the only ones that would be unlocked is where all the staff were coming out, I would assume.
By the gym?
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to call that one the eastern door, which is the one closest to the stadium, or to the field. So the two of you make your way towards that. There is a light on in front of it. You can see the door, and you've seen the teams when you first arrived making their way out of that. So you kind of assume that's going to be the best chance to go. Roll me a D100, one of the two of you. I don't care whom.
I think you should do it. I've been rolling really bad.
I never do well on D100s. You got a 23 last time. I haven't done well on a D100.
Okay, I can try.
Okay, roll a D100. You're aiming over 50.
Oh, no!
Unfortunately, when you get to the door and check it, it is locked.
Okay, we gotta try another one. Let's try the kitchen, cafeteria, whatever that is.
Can Kat check her gem to see if there's any glow or anything?
Make for me a mysticism check.
I am so not very good at mysticism, but she keeps checking it anyway. Oh, 21.
Nice.
Your soul crystal is glowing. Not fully. It's not brightly illuminated, but you do have a glow in the center of it.
Can we tell if it's walking towards the field a little, walking towards the building a little, if there's a difference?
Not measurable either way.
I don't know. It's glowing.
Oh. I can't believe it's already starting.
Yeah. Oh, this involves a soccer team, so we want to try to get... We want to check the locker rooms? Do we... I don't think there was anything under the bleachers. We would have saw that.
Yeah.
So let's go in. I guess the door, whatever closest door is. See if we can get inside the building.
So you said you're wanting to check the cafeteria one next. That's the one on the northern side of the building. Make for me, somebody, another D100 check.
Okay, your turn.
I see they're all locked. 79.
Oh,
79.
much better.
Yes, much better. You go up to the door on the back dock and you notice that there's a brick wedged between the double doors, keeping it open.
So let's peek in and see. Go in there, looking for the bathroom.
Okay. And while you're doing that, let's turn back to the soccer match. So far, the team of Coltrast has done a good job dominating the field. It's time for your second roll, which is coordination. So the three of you, please roll coordination for me.
Oh.
Why
Yes.
now?
Wow.
Well, that is a success, Aisha, with that 22. Unfortunately, that brings up Damian's score to a 7. However, Damian, I will remind you that you do currently have a point of inspiration. Saving it. Okay. Then that is a failure. Loroupa High has rallied and gotten a couple points back. Your scores are marginally closer to one another than they were previously, though Coltrast is still technically in the lead. This show of force on Loroupa High's side has whipped the the stands of Loroupa High to a frenzy. They are cheering, they are yelling, they're there's a lot of voices, but every so often, Damian, as you're playing, you hear some swear words in there as well. It's getting intense on that side, and as far as Coltrast's side, they're still cheering and that sort of thing, and calling and supporting you, but you're feeling a little bit of a dip right now. But still 3 phases left of this game. Now, Melody and Katrina, you have stepped into a cafeteria kitchen. There's a lot of stainless steel, big ovens, big stoves. Nobody in sight. It's actually pitch dark in here. But you do have your crystals, so you can have them forcibly illuminate a little bit and allow you to see. You can scan about looking for anyone first, but you don't see anyone. It's completely empty. What are you doing?
No
Going
crystals in
deeper.
here.
Yeah.
There's no difference in the crystals. It doesn't seem to be.
It doesn't.
Let's go see if we can find the. I don't remember who said it was about the locker rooms. Someone mentioned the locker rooms might be a
Okay.
good place. That it involves the team, and the Loroupa team's the one that the outsiders have been, or the cultists have been training.
Okay.
Probably.
So you're trying to investigate the school. What you need to do is you each need to make one roll. You can do either mysticism, trying to follow that crystal of yours to the source. You can also use investigation for this roll. Just tell me what you're going to roll and then roll it.
I rolled mysticism and I got a 15.
Okay.
I will roll investigation. 13.
the two of you begin searching through the school, walking first from the cafeteria into the hallway. It is dark. There's only a handful of lights on at this point. They're the safety lights, that sort of thing, but it's still fairly dim. You can't hear anything but the faint cheering coming from the soccer match in the distance. No one else is around, and the only other sound is the squeaking of your own shoes as you make your way down the hall. You're trying to find the locker room, and with a 15, you are able to eventually find it. Though, when you get inside it, you check both the boys' locker room and the girls', and by the time that's done, you're disappointed to say that it's empty. No one else is around, and that crystal of yours hasn't given any indication of growing dimmer or brighter the entire time you've been walking around. While that's going on, Damian, Salem, and Aisha, time for that third roll. This is influence. Roll at your pleasure.
Nice.
I am going to use my card of fate, D4.
Why?
Oh, you got
I need
19. I can read. I wasn't looking at the wrong thing entirely.
Fair enough. With Salem 17, that gives you a +1 for a dirty 20, Damian. So with that roll, your team while at first you're starting to lose momentum, you gain it back with the third portion of this game. Coltrast Academy is scoring at least one more point and dominating the field, keeping the Loroupa High kids on their side of the field. Now, as you've been playing, you notice, the team is winded. They haven't had anyone to really switch out because half of their team is still sick with the flu. And so it's been the same people playing this entire time. And you're noticing a little bit of fatigue on them. Their eyes are a little more sunken in, their cheeks as well. But they're playing with the same ferocity and passion that they have been from the beginning of the game. The crowds around you are manic. Calls are coming out on both sides now. Coltrast Academy and Loroupa High. Insults flying back and forth. Boos and cheers. And the entire tempo of the soccer match is just increasing. It feels palpable. Like Salem and Aisha and Damian, I need the three of you to roll purity checks for me real quick.
Nat 20, baby.
Nice. What'd you get, Salem?
8.
Ouch.
Dirty
Aisha?
21 total.
Salem, you're really getting into the game right now. You're throwing cheers and insults at full speed, and Aisha's standing next to you. You just kind of look over at him because he's getting intense. But then again, everyone around you is kind of getting intense.
Am I doing it wrong? Isn't this how sports are supposed to go?
You're doing great, honey. Maybe
Okay.
just dial it back a little.
Oh, okay.
Do things your way, not everyone else's way.
Oh, okay. Pulls out brass knuckles.
You're not the only one grasping something with tight fists at this moment, Salem. However, Melody and Kat, the two of you are in the locker rooms and you still haven't found a soul. What are you doing?
Can Kat ask in the communicators for Aisha and Salem to check their crystals?
Okay.
Pull up the star pendant, look at the crystal I have shoved in the back of it.
The outsiders take energy from people. There's lots of people out there. It's probably out there.
Both of you make a mysticism check, please.
Ugh.
Ah, 3. We're good.
Wow.
Wow.
Hey, I rolled a 10.
Rough.
No help.
The two of you look at your crystals, but as bright as it is around here, as many people are around, it's hard. You can't really notice anything different. And Damian, you are in the middle of playing. I doubt you would leave the field at any point in this game. So while maybe you heard that in the back of your mind, I doubt you even registered the fact that it was there.
Melody, do we want to go back?
Do coaches usually have offices in the main office, or where would their offices be?
No,
Gym?
usually it's in the gym, somewhere connected to the locker rooms.
Okay, so we haven't actually gone in the gym yet, so I want to go. I don't think we could get into their offices, but at least get near them just to see if anything is weird.
I'm just concerned that our crystals haven't changed at all in the building.
Yeah,
I
it's
think
true.
we need to go back outside. It's in the restaurant. It was drawing on all the people eating. They were fanatically eating.
That's true.
There's people out there, not in here. Whatever they set up, if there's one of those crystals, it's probably out there somewhere. Maybe in some scoreboard or under the band shell. Or I don't know what's out there. But there might be a place out there that they're using.
If you want to go start looking, I'll check this out and then I'll catch up to you after.
Okay, you can go faster than I can, so I'll start heading back out and you can take it out. Just call me if there's anything in the gym.
Okay, I will.
Okay, so you start making your way out of the school. You're going to have to go back in the halls, find your way down to the cafeteria, and go through the kitchen to exit out the back, unless you want to try any other doors in the area.
Or jump out a window.
Or try to find a window to jump out, yeah.
Is there... She'll start heading back, but if there's a window or some other exit that she sees, she'll try it.
Okay, so what I want from you is to roll to try to remember your way back. This is going to be, let's say perception or investigation.
Where's perception? They're both the same. Nope. 8.
Yeah, so unfortunately you don't find any other door that's unlocked or a window that's open. You have to take the long way around out to the through the cafeteria, through the kitchen, and through the back to make your way. So it's going to be a little bit. Melody, make for me the same roll, perception or investigation. You're looking for the coach's office.
Can Kat jog the whole way if there's nobody else around?
Yeah.
I got a 15 perception.
15. You make your way out into the gymnasium itself, which is equally dark. And as you scan around a little bit, you see another door labeled Coach's office. You head over there. There's kind of a window in the door, and you can peek through. You can see it is a fairly standard office. There's a lot of gym equipment, different balls, cones, ropes, things of that nature. With your 15, you do not see anybody inside it right now, and the door is locked.
Okay, and if I check my crystal, does it look any different?
It does not. It has maintained the same level of glow this entire time.
Okay. I'm not sure where else to look, so... I guess I will start heading back out too. So I can't go out the door to the outside from the gym because that one was locked when we tried to come in?
Roll for me a D100.
Okay. $64.
Yeah, you can find the door, and good news is just one of those push things that it's a lock on one side, but it's easy to open from the other. So you are able to push that open and step out into the parking lot about the same time that Kat comes jogging around the school.
Before the door shuts, I want to put like a chair or something there so it can't lock in case we need to get back in for some reason.
Investigation or perception check.
Okay. A 15 again.
Yeah, sure. There's a rock you can find.
Okay.
You grab a rock, you stick it in the doorway so it's propped open a little bit, and the two of you start making your way back, which is about the time we need our other three heroes to make their rolls. So for this one, you are rolling Insight. Okay.
I'm gonna roll my student bond. My bond ability. D4.
Okay, if you hit a 4, or if you hit a 3 or 4, that's going to make this a success since Aisha rolled a 20. So you're 13 right now. You need a 3 or a 4. Oof.
No.
Tough break. I will remind you that you do have a point of inspiration.
Not on this one.
Okay. That is a failure. Loroupa High is beginning to catch up on points. The strength of the team is frustrating because they just won't seem to quit. No matter how tired they look, they are just putting forth the same amount of energy that you are, but you are beginning to tire. All around you, the crowds are whipped up in a frenzy. There's a shoving match going on right now by the food stand. And some teachers are coming running over to try to stop it. It's not students, it's parents. You can only vaguely make that out, the three of you, but it is a conscious thing in the back of your minds. Last turn. Melody and Katrina, you're trying to make your way back to the school once again. Are you just kind of, nonchalantly walking your way back? Are you trying to be stealthy about this? How are you doing this?
No, I think we'd be trying to kind of hurry back because we'd be worried the trouble's over there.
Yeah, worried the trouble's over there, and if anyone says anything, Kat's gonna be like, "We're missing the game! We're late!"
Okay, so I'd like athletics checks from the both of you.
Nice.
Kat and Melody, the two of you are running across the parking lot. You've been kind of separated because you weren't next to each other. Kat was coming back from the behind the school while you were exiting more from the center of it. And as you're kind of weaving through the traffic, Cat's gotten really far ahead and is just sprinting all the way across. Melody, you're not watching where you're going. You notice Cat is running ahead, and you're trying to hurry and catch up, and you run into the same damn guy who's walking around in the parking lot. He was just closing the door to his Corvette and stepping out and said, boom! The two of you run into each other. He stumbles back, hits the car, and the car once again. What the heck are you doing? He yells at you.
I say, hey, I kept my promise. I didn't touch your car.
This is going to hinder you getting back in time. Now I need the rest of you to roll your last check. The last check is leadership.
Is Kat back? Can she help or no?
No, she is arriving sooner than Melody, but not in enough time. Well, actually, you know what? Fuck it. With that 26 she rolled, yes, I'm going to allow you to make this roll as well. You're getting back just in time, so roll your leadership.
Not my strong point.
I'll use my point of inspiration.
Wait. Is leadership? Is the leadership die a D4 or a D6?
I thought it was a D8. But I
What?
could be remembering wrong. Let
No.
me check.
Why?
Because when I rolled leadership,
I think it was a
D6.
D6.
I mean, it's still a success with what you got right there.
Yeah.
So
I guess.
Yeah, but
like,
if they can
D4.
save their student bond ability, then.
Well, no, that I was rolling the leadership die, and I just hit the wrong thing.
1d6, it becomes 1d8 at reputation 2.
Yeah, so there
It's
you
a
go.
D6
It's only a
that's what I
six.
was thinking of.
Well, I'm just going to take it because the 16 is what you needed.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is 2 successes, making your roll currently a 10.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my point of inspiration and reroll that leadership.
Okay.
Bummer.
Shoot.
Whew. Rough. The end result of the match, as the clock is ticking downward, second by second, Loroupa High has... Yeah.
Am I able to give Damian my coin?
He already used, they've already used an inspiration. You could use yours to re-roll, but honestly, it's
Not enough.
let's see, 11, 12, 13. No, even with your help, it would bring it up to a 14. So regardless, that is a failure. Okay. Loroupa High takes the ball, managing to score not once but twice against the Coltrast team. That last moment, the crowds are just going wild, and you begin to see, all of you, as you're looking about, something change in the air. Kat, you've managed to get back to your friends on the in the bleachers. Melody, it's taken a moment to extract yourself, and you are right at the gateway to the field when this happens. It's odd. It's almost as though a tower is being crafted from 4 points in the field, building upward, this glassy, shimmery-like structure that begins to form in your eyes. You can all watch as energy is beginning to flow upward. You've seen this before at the restaurant, that shimmery mist beginning to pull upward from damn near everybody in attendance. The fight at the food court just stops mid-fist back. And Melody, you can see that freeze as this energy begins to just pull upward, as the shimmering structure begins to form upward into the sky. It's like if you ever laid down on the Brooklyn Bridge and looked just along it. It's kind of like that. Just this weird sort of flat surface combined with these long towers and equally long, like I don't know, ropes or stretches of wire, but all of it is made out of this odd sort of shimmering mist, which means that I need to change my music real quick. That's not it. What the heck? Bear with me 1 second.
That sounds like shimmering mist to me.
Yeah.
Does this mean we tie the game? Or did we lose?
Means you
I think
lost.
you lost.
Yeah, because you were down by 2.
Even though out of the 6 die rolls, they're all tied up. 3 successes, 3 failures.
Close enough. It honestly doesn't matter what the overall score is. Sure, let's say it's tied.
I think it matters to Damian, but I'll take a loss.
Honestly, you're right. It was 3-3, so that would count as a tie, technically. But it doesn't matter for the most part, because this energy is continuing to coalesce and swirl around this long structure of shimmering, glass-like, almost transparent, but slightly not as well. Partially tangible, partially intangible structure just begins to build upward and form. The energy is swirling about, and you can see the coaches on the side of the field raising their hands in triumph and yelling something. Damian, you're standing in the middle of the field and you look about, transfixed, and you can see it all about you. The students of both Loroupa High and Coltrast, frozen in their moment as well, as this energy is just pulling upwards away from them towards what you look up to see is just a single point of iridescent light in a distance far too far to even comprehend. The 3 of you in the bleachers can see the same, but Salem, you've been transfixed by that same energy for a little bit now. I need you to make another purity check, or I will allow mysticism.
14 on purity.
14. There is a little bit of a tendril pulling from you, but it is very, very minor. You can still feel the passion and the envy of your team beginning to lose. And you can't help yourself. You want to go down there. You want to confront them. And the soccer team, suddenly, the Loroupa High soccer team, starts moving, jerking. They're popping, locking, but in much more of a thriller kind of way. And they're moving about, heading towards the Loroupa High, or the Coltrast team members, all about you, Damian. So I'm going to need everybody, real quick, to roll some initiative. And also, I'm going to be placing you a little bit differently where the map is right here, because it's kind of based on where you all were. Damian's going to be over here. The rest of the team are down on this end. And Melody, you're kind of up here at the far end. That's where your placement is based on what you were doing.
The map is black.
It's annoying.
Yeah, I can't see anyone but myself.
No, you can't.
There we
There
go.
it is. Nice.
Yeah, sorry about that. There's your soccer field. It looks exactly like a soccer field, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. I'm impressed.
That's very cool.
They use the same fields for football because they don't have the money for two separate fields.
Nope, so it's basically the same thing.
A soccer field with outsider runes in the center.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
I thought that was just like, I just interpreted that as the school's like logo or whatever.
Oh, no, that's definitely there.
No, like I thought it was there. I just did not realize that, like, I didn't even process what I was seeing. I was just like, oh yeah, the circle for a symbol for the school in the center of the field. That makes sense.
Did
Was
the
that there
circle
for the
just
whole
appear?
match? Yeah.
Yeah, because, Damian, as you're standing there, like, you're seeing the soccer players starting to move about now. You watch as this glowing runes just begin to form in a wide circle around the center of the field. Energy begins to flow upward from that in an almost reverse waterfall of light. And then as it clears, you can see these white, burning hot runes etched into the center of the soccer field. It's pretty crazy. Bear with
There's
me.
only- I was just gonna ask, there's only Magi-Knights on the...
Just wait. I'm moving
Hey.
things about.
Oh. There's all the hordes and cultists.
This is based on where people are at the current moment. Now I'm going to roll some initiative. These guys.
I think the reason I'm pulling for a tie is because I'm hoping for a rematch later
Haha. That's fair.
in the season, like a championship game.
Okay, now, as this is happening, Damian, seeing that rune circle form, the three of you are able to see that from the bleachers, and Melody, you can see it from where you are at the gate. Everyone around you is transfixed, frozen in place, as their energy is being siphoned upward towards that infinite light point up in the sky, almost like a sickly-looking burning star. This, I assume everybody wants to transform, right?
Yeah.
So, real quick, I'm going to go around the table, have each of you say your transformation, and then we're going to be jumping into it. Starting with 1, 2, 3, Aisha.
Stand behind me. I'll keep you safe. Come forth, shining star!
Damian.
I am hope in the darkest night. Nova fire, ignite!
Melody.
Cast no shadow, turn from light. I have come to seize the night.
Salem.
Phil's doing the things a little different. I think I'm still feeling it, and he's just gonna go something instrument, punch his fist and transform that way because he's still feeling the vibes from what's going on there.
Love that. Cat.
Winds guide my step. This performance won't be my last, Sky Seeker.
And with that, all of you flash, your elements burning around you until you stand there in your true Magi-Knight form. So let's start things off at the top of turn order. Damian, I feel like it is fitting that you are the first person to react. You are standing there at the edge of that energy swirl of runic magic just burnt into the field. You can see the soccer team, your opponents here, and here, just a little ways away from you, and they seem to be walking towards your fellow team. So what are you gonna do?
Are my teammates frozen in place as well? Is everyone except for us frozen in place?
Yeah, all your teammates are frozen as well. That's why they're not on the map.
Okay, got it. 60 feet range. Do I get the sense that if I enter the circle, I'm fucked in some way, shape, or form?
Are you wanting to use your action to try to determine that?
I don't want to use an action to determine it, no. I didn't know if I could check insight, but if it's...
I mean, you can check insight. You absolutely can. It's just going to burn your action, or if you want to make a higher DC check, burn your bonus.
Yeah, I'll burn my bonus for an insight check.
Okay, you're burning your bonus for an insight check. The DC is harder since you're taking less time to figure this out. Go ahead and make your insight check.
18.
18. You're examining this field of energy, and it seems like it's the beginning of something. But from everything you can tell, it doesn't look like it'll hurt you if you walk into it.
Okay. Then I'm going to move my full movement towards the just basically run straight forward. Man, I had it counted out and then I lost it. Sorry. 30 feet right there. Somebody keep me honest. Is that 30 feet?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, groovy. Okay. And then 45 feet, 75 feet. I am going to cast. Ah, fuck! I don't want to do that. I forgot I have restoration. I was gonna set up to start blowing some people up, but I think instead of moving or caring about the circle, I think I'm just gonna stay planted and cast restoration at a second level for temp hit points for everybody.
Thanks.
I can do that, right? I can cast like restoration 1 for the temp hit points, but like at a second level.
Yeah, I believe so.
Or is that overpowering the thing? Like, do I take a cost to do that?
I think restoration level 2 actually heals, like a group.
That's
heal.
what I'm saying. Like, but so I can't cast restoration 1, but at a second level. It has to be just restoration 1.
It's more like you're casting restoration, and each level is a different.
Yeah, it's a different spell.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'll just cast the normal restoration.
Okay, you're casting the normal restoration. That gives everybody some temp hit points.
Yeah, it's gonna be 1d4 plus 4, so it's gonna be 7 temporary hit points.
Okay,
Nice.
everyone has 7 temporary hit points.
And then I'm just gonna chill right where I am, because I don't trust the circle.
Okay.
Assuming the insight check never happened, I'm just gonna hang out right here.
Fair enough. Aisha, you are next. You are in the bleachers still.
I forgot to put this on my character sheet. Level 2 spells cost 6 MP?
Yes.
Yes.
Hot dog. Okay. Then I'm gonna use my standard action to cast Amplify 2, which gives it gives a effect that when we heal more, and once a heal happens, it takes my total. I'll add the extra details about how exactly it works. But basically, at our level and my man, 2 HP recovered when you heal.
Okay, I like it.
So, our little incantation for the spell: Light of Recovery, come forth and protect my love, or of Illumination. And she's going to move her full 35 feet to that square there. I think it was that one. Let me double check. I need to remember how to do that thing where you measure and then move.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's it for Aisha's turn. Melody, you're up next.
Okay, I'm gonna do double movement to try to get closer. The gray part I'm in is the street, right?
Yeah, it's like that track that's usually around a field.
Okay. Okay, right there is 80 feet, so I guess that's where I'm gonna be.
Yep, that's where you are. You come running across the field from your position over by the food stand. And you're able to get a little ways. That's about it. Next up, we've got one of the cultists. Sees you running on the field. He's going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 to right there. Let's see how far away he is from people. Pretty freaking far away. Okay, so he's going to be moving again. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 to right about there. Coming up towards you, Melody, but still a ways away. Salem, you're up next.
I think I want to use my action to actually do a perception check of the field as a whole, because I remember when we went to the restaurant, there was the crystal in the kitchen. So I'm wanting to see if there's any obvious weak points to whatever they're summoning, like that or something like that.
Okay, go ahead and make that perception check.
19.
19. Okay. You don't see any crystals. However, looking about you at this crystalline structure, you could call it, because it's still translucent, it's kind of ethereal and see-through, but the way it's forming, the way it's building up towards that pinprick of light high above, chances are there's correlation between what you saw at the restaurant and what you're seeing here. It doesn't seem they're storing energy. It seems like they're looking to build something with that energy, and that's exactly what they're doing right now.
All right. Then with that, I will just move my 30 feet, and that should be it for me. There we go. Okay.
Okay. That's it for Salem's turn. Next off, we've got a few hordes of soccer players who are going to be making their way across the field. Let's see. Five, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 5, 10. Right there for them. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You do see that one of the hordes of students is crossing into that rune area. Does not seem to affect them. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and they end up right there. Next up is the third group. They're going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. They have managed to get right up to Aisha. They're swarming towards her, zombie-like arms out. You can see they look thin as shit. Like their eyes are sunken in, dark circles around them. Their cheeks are hollow. Their skin is hanging just on bones, it looks like, as they're reaching out towards you, but they couldn't get any closer than that. Next up, we got another one of these cultists. He's going to be moving here in 1 second. Okay, yeah, there we go. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. The cultist that's moving towards you all, Damian, you are distraught to note that that individual was, for a moment, for most of the game, the dude playing goalie on the Loroupa High team, but somehow he pulled out a robe and put it on, and it pulled it up over his head and it cinched it around his waist, and now he's running towards the rune circle as well. Last but not least, we've got the coach. Coach is going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Go, my disciples of discontent! Capture and kill them all! Capture or kill them all. Okay, he gets to that point. He is then going to just suddenly disappear and reappear about 15 feet away.
Wow.
Get back here.
He then begins to levitate up off the ground, soaring up about 20 feet. And that's going to be its turn. Kat, you're up next.
I have a question. Where is this structure? Is it where the circle is?
No, it's literally up above you. It's the ends of it are kind of in the distance. Like, it kind of looks like they're on the other side of the fence that surrounds the soccer field, but quite a ways away from where you're standing, and then it's just going upward. Like, imagine you're standing in the middle of the Eiffel Tower looking up. That's what you're seeing.
Okay, so it's like a giant funnel over the whole entire area.
A little bit, but it kind of looks more like a bridge than a funnel, but yeah.
Okay. I'm just picturing it as this big, everything's getting sucked up.
Kind of, a little bit.
I'm too far to do anything. And I know Kira said there was a thing where you could, I don't remember what it was, to shoot further.
Yes, I was just trying to find that because it's not in my notes
in the
anymore
book.
because we officially published it in one of our supplements. Let's see.
I don't know how far it is, though.
Oh.
I don't remember if it's taking exhaustion or...
Oh yeah, I found it. I'll link it.
Okay.
So that's the thing at home. We're about to use a brand new mechanic that you can find by buying.
Yes,
That
it's
one new
the
supplement.
heroes from over there. The heroes from over there. Yes.
The Heroes from Over There. Check it out now on Drive-Thru RPG.
Okay.
Yes.
But exhaustion point to double the range. I don't think I can still reach. Okay, thank you. I'll probably use it next round. So I'll probably just do double movement. Where can I get to 60? Oh, here. That was 60. It was here.
Yep.
Oh, that's double movement. I think that's all I can do.
Okay. At the end of your turn, the area begins to shake and rattle. The energy seems to be pulling upward more, and the runes in the center of the field begin to glow brightly. Almost like beams of light heading towards that far distant point in the sky. Last up, we got one more cultist. He's going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 feet to right there. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 feet to right here. Top of the turn order, we're back at Damian, and I forgot to mention, but there are 3 dynamic objects in this match that you can use. But one of them must be the soccer ball.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Sorry, just a quick second. I'm trying to remember what dynamic actions. Objects, dynamic objects. That's right. There it is. Add 2 to a weapon attack roll, double the height of your high jump. 2 stress points. Okay. Okay, how far away are these peeps? I measured and promptly forgot. They're within 60 feet. That's perfect. I am going to cast Explosion 2 on this horde here in the middle, inside of the runic circle.
Tell me about Explosion 2.
Wait, is that what I want to do?
Mm-hmm.
I just want to confirm that I don't to do something else instead. Yeah, okay. No, I'm going to do that later. Explosion 2 is very similar to Explosion 1. I think it just adds a d12.
Like it. For 6 mana.
Yeah, just to confirm. Deals damage to one target or one horde for 2d12. Yeah, cool. So that's a nat 20.
Wow.
Damn.
Yeah, so your
was
dice are
that then
doubled
again?
for this.
Okay, so
4d12.
yeah. I guess I can get that change real quick. So for damage, do I just change the 2 to a 4 before casting it?
Honestly, just click on it and it might do it automatically. Click on the word explosion
right. I can
too.
click on the word inside of my Yep. That's 25.
25 points of damage.
19 plus 6, yeah.
You line up your energies, seeing that those players coming towards you across that runic circle. You line up and you send out a blast of fire. Boom! The flames erupt from them, sending them flying through the air. They land on the ground, knocked unconscious with one hit.
Nice.
Well done.
That's exciting. And then I am going to move 30 feet south. And that'll be my turn.
I like it. Aisha, you're up next. You got a horde of students around you.
Quick clarification about hordes.
Mm-hmm.
Does each individual member of the horde have an threatened area, or is the entire horde one, target of threat? The second one?
Both.
Oh, okay. So for you as GM, with Quicksword technique, after making a weapon attack against a target, you no longer provoke attacks from them during the remainder of your turn.
So that would count towards the horde, yeah.
Okay, so the horde of the whole. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. In that case, what I want to do is start. It's okay if I use the first dynamic object of the game?
Do it.
Sure.
I want to do a high jump over the horde to get to the other side.
Mm-hmm.
And attack while I'm in the air to extend the distance of that.
Of your jump?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. You just crouch down, leap with all your might, taking a slash as you're going. Go ahead and make your attack.
Boom.
That is a 25 to hit.
Yeah, that's definitely going to hit.
Cool. I will roll damage. And that is 13 points of damage against. I know I have to choose a single one. So Mr. Yellow shirt right in front of you.
You slash at them, flying through the air, spinning with your gigantic weapon. It hits the dude right in the head, slicing them with your weapon. And when you land, you look back, and that individual has collapsed unconscious.
Cool. I assume I cannot affect hordes with the staggering blow.
You cannot.
Yeah. So I 5.
Wait, I can do it like this. Or like this? Okay, so that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Oh wait, no, I doubled my jump with
your jump.
Dynamic. So 30. And that's where I land. I still have
50.
I used 15 points of move to do that jump. So I still have 35, 15, 20 feet plus the additional 10 from Quicksword. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Running up towards that coach who is kind of hovering overhead. You can see him now, bald head, long flowing robes just flashing out about them as they hover there. And that's going to be your turn. Melody, you're up next.
Okay, first I'm going to move a little closer. Whoop. I'm just gonna go 35, I think, and then yeah. Then I think I'm gonna cast my second or tier 2 manipulate, which I think I have it typed in here. I'll just paste it in here so you can see what it does. Let's see.
There's a little chat icon if it's in your spell that you can just hit that and it should propagate it. There you go.
Yes, yeah, I did fill it in. Okay, so I'm gonna cast this on the horde to try to disorient them.
Interesting.
Yeah, because I can't get close enough to do anything else. So yeah, I think I will try to do this.
Okay, they're making
so
a...
yes.
They're making
Yeah,
a
your
what?
mysticism.
Mysticism. Okay.
Oh, I guess it's an imposed mysticism check, so I need to roll.
Yeah, I'm just going to roll once for the horde.
Oh, dang it.
Oof.
You beat me. Oh, all right, I just get 3 mana back then.
Well, let's see. If you fail, you are refunded half the mana. Yeah, that's nice. So you gotta love that.
Mm-hmm.
But you cast your spell. Their minds seem to be disoriented, but you don't know if it's the energy in the area or just how far gone these students are. But your spell is unable to affect them.
Okay.
Next up, we've got a cultist. He's going to move 5, 10, 15, 20 feet to right there. He's got plenty of range. He is going to be sending a searing word at you. This is fire damage.
Which I'm strong against, right?
You are...
Water, technically.
What's your element? Water? Yes. Then you would
Water,
technically be strong against this, but it doesn't matter because he rolled an 11.
Oh, so he whizzed past me.
Yeah, shot
For a
right
second,
over
I
your
thought you were
head.
saying your AC was 11. I believed you for a second.
Next up is Salem.
Right. So first and foremost, I'm going to explosion the horde right in front of me. See if I can.
Okay.
No. 25.
25 is definitely going to do it.
Let's go. 18 earth damage.
18 points of damage. Big hits all around right now. You explode. The earth just erupts out from under their feet, knocking them all back. They go flying to the ground, unconscious.
Unreal.
Guys did good, but Damian did better. Okay, I'm gonna go now.
Poor thing.
You still got movement.
I do. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And then Quicken, I'm gonna Quicken spell summon Arya out at level 2.
I like it.
I forgot that also has levels.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And I can summon her 20 feet away from me. So 5, 10, 15, 20. There we go. And I'm summoning her in Void.
Void, heard. Next up, let's see. Are there any soccer players still standing? Yes, this group is. They get to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 towards Melody because Melody just shot a spell at them. So I'm going to need you, Melody, to roll an athletics check as these soccer players come running up trying to kick you with those cleats.
Ooh.
14.
14 just saves. You see them coming. You're on your little roller skates and you kind of backpedal, seeing them rushing at you, swiping, trying to grab and pull and kick at you, and you're able to wheel around them and dodge their attack. Well done. Okay, next off, we've got some cultists to deal with. Let's go ahead and do that. He's going to be moving 5, 10, 15, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 feet. He's going to move to right there, and this dude is taking a shot at Arya. Oh, the little Pokemon came running up on the field, poofing into existence, and that bastard of a cultist sends a shot at it.
Absolutely not.
Does an 18 hit?
It does, but I'm going to choose to take the damage instead.
Okay. You're going to be taking 4 points of water damage.
Perfect. And with my weapon, my wand, I actually have warding, so if it's magical damage, I will take half my Magi-Knight level rounded down reduced. So I think it's just 1.
Mm-hmm. It is just 1, but still. I rolled a freaking 1 on that D8, by the way. That was terrible.
Heck yeah. No, it was
Okay.
great.
Don't do that again.
Next up is the coach's turn. Yeah, he's a bit smarter than the rest. He's floating 40 feet above you all. Or 20 feet, I'm sorry, 20 feet above you all right now. Looking down at Aisha, and that's where this shot's going.
Oh, never mind. I'm happy. It's all according to Kako.
What the heck?
Please be the 23. I mean, both are going to hit, but please be the 23.
Oh, I see. Yeah, no, it is the 23. That should not have been at advantage.
Okay.
I'm going to do it again so I just get regular damage. That's going to be 13 points of water damage to you, Aisha. And because you're taking 10 points or more of damage on this, you gain 1 stress point. Mm-hmm.
I want to use my reaction to cast Barrier.
Okay, and how much is that going to reduce it by?
It's magic damage, so I roll a number of d8s equal to my reputation level. So we're reputation 1, minimum 1. So I roll a d8.
Does that in any way negate status effects?
It reduces the damage.
Okay, well, good news is you're only taking 11 points of that water damage, but you are still taking the stress point, and you're losing 3 magic points.
Could I use...
But, so it's going to go down to 9.
No, the damage is 13 water, so you get 11 total.
Oh, I read the attack number because I'm not very smart. I just can't read stat blocks.
Anyway.
Yeah.
And
I
add my man to... I'm sorry, I also add my man to the results. So I reduce it by 5.
Okay, so you reduce it by 5, and you take 1 stress point and lose 3 mana.
Okay.
Okay. He is then going to raise up in the air farther. He is going to be hovering about 50 feet above you all right now. Kat, you're up next.
Get him. Get him.
Hey, 50 feet is too far. I can't reach. $20, $25. 30. I don't think I can reach further than 60.
Because
Very
50
soon.
feet directly above, that's...
Mhm.
And what's your
That's
range?
okay.
Yeah,
I think the range is 60.
I think
You just have to
You're
move
there.
forward 2 spaces.
That's as far as I can move.
Oh, I see. If he's 50 up and 20 away, does that put him at further than 60 feet away? Like, straight?
50.
I'm bad at math.
I don't know angles. Like,
No.
Let's see, 20 feet away.
Pythagorean theorem. A squared, B squared.
Okay. No, you are actually 53 feet away from him.
so I can shoot him.
You can shoot him because you got 60 feet. I googled a Pythagorean theorem calculator.
Nice.
I was getting
Well,
tired of trying to do
she-
it in my head. Sorry. Go ahead.
She is going to do a beam level 2.
Nice.
And she will do Twister Trouble and do her thing. And I will use my coin.
Use that coin.
Come on. Please let me do this. This is a lot of mana. 22 to
Yay.
hit.
Yeah.
That's going to hit.
Yeah.
Give me a second, though, before you roll. I would like to use Magical Augmentation, which is my battle technique, to give you an additional 1d8 to damage.
Nice.
Damn.
So roll your dice, then roll another d8.
Damn.
7.
So
Could-
plus 4, so
Holy
41.
crap. Could you add your combat training right now?
I don't know. Am I able to? Or
Technically,
is
yeah,
that
you
for
can.
to hit, I
Or-
believe. I think it's for to hit only.
Oh,
to
is it to hit?
Okay.
I can read.
Yeah.
I thought it was damage.
For some reason, I did.
I thought it was hit with a weapon.
Yeah, it makes sense. That makes more sense because
It
it's
does
a
make
D8.
sense. Anyway, yeah,
41. Holy shit.
41 points of damage. That is a huge hit. You smash that the coach who's flying high overhead. He spins around and looks dazed and hurt. Like that took a lot out of him. He is severely wounded.
Woof.
Nice.
Woof, dude.
Aisha
Woof.
looks Cat directly in the eyes and says, "Never say you are useless again."
6.
Who's the backup dancer now?
Mm.
The coach. The coach is the backup dancer because he's pirouetting.
I guess he's spinning around.
He's spinning right now. Hey, when else to use that?
Sounds
Okay.
good.
That was your movement and your action. You got a bonus action?
I don't know if I have anything that I can use as a bonus action.
Okay. And that's
Oh, I could have used overpowering surge. Am I able to
Yeah.
add that on? Once per day as a
can
full
do that.
round action.
it's a full round action. That's your movement, your
No.
action, and your bonus
You
action.
would have
Okay.
had to not
Oh,
moved.
damn. Well, you
Okay.
still got just keep it in your back pocket.
Still
for the
got
next
it.
thing.
Still got it. No worries. Okay.
Okay. Well, I had to move
Yeah. Yeah.
At
if I
the-
survive till next round.
At the end of your turn, you see the coach cry out, "Ah, no! Lord Missandales! Save us! Destroy these fools!" And
That's not a good sign.
the light rune surrounding the center of the field explodes with energy. This energy burns up the coach. He ignites in these dark black flames that just rip and eat away at him. It is the flames of envy that burn through him, igniting the runes in that dark mysterious, ethereal light. Whoosh! It blows around you all. I need everyone, real quick, to make me an athletics check.
Oh, no. That's on brand.
That's fine.
Damn.
I'll
Oh
fall
boy,
down.
none of them are very good.
Damian, you manage to keep your feet as this burst of wind shoves everyone else back. All of you are knocked prone, except for Nova Seeker, who manages to, like, shove their sword into the ground and hold on to it for dear life. What you see appear out of the dark fire is a humongous form. Large, saggy muscles hanging kind of sickly skin that just bulge in the most inappropriate places. The thing's head is large and round and pig-like, with tiny beady eyes and gigantic tusks pushing forth underneath their lips. They have this dark mist that swirls about them, almost like another appendage that just kind of whips about as it looks at each one of you. The cultist that is over here, they didn't have any issue standing up because, you know, they're worshipers. So, let's see here. Yeah, I think they're going to be taking a shot at, let's see. Yeah, I like this. They're going to come running forward 5, 10, 15, 20 feet right there between the two of you. The both of you are down on the ground, and it pulls out this dagger from inside their robes. This first attack is coming at Aisha. It is an advantage because you are lying prone. I assume a 24 is going to hit.
Yeah.
Seven points of piercing damage. It then gets to make the same attack as a bonus action against Cat. I assume a 21 is going to hit
Yep.
for 6 points of piercing damage. They stab at you in rapid succession as the both of you are lying prone on the ground. That's the end of their turn, and we are at the top of the turn order, but it is 9 o'clock. Which means that I'm going to ask you all, are we good leaving things here? Do we want to keep going?
I could keep going, but I do need a quick bathroom break.
I could keep going. At least one more round, if not two. I leave it up to everyone else.
I'm good, but no pressure.
Yeah, I think I agree with 1 or 2 more rounds, depending on how long they take.
Okay.
I need to go to bed at the next hour, so long as it doesn't go past that.
Okay, so why don't we take a very, very brief pause to go to the bathroom, and then we will make one more round and see where we end up. So stay tuned, folks. We're going to we're going into overtime here. Howdy, everybody. We are back. We are in overtime on this game, trying to see whether or not our heroes can actually deal with this threat before it's time to go to bed. So, let's start things off. We don't have a whole lot of time. Damian, it's your turn. You're first up in initiative. What are you doing?
So Damian's initial plan running south is like, oh, that's where most of the enemies are, plus there's a horde that'll probably come after me. But that didn't happen. And he regrets abandoning Melody. But most of the enemies are still down here, so my question is, can I use a dynamic object to give her +2 to a weapon attack roll?
I think it's you have to use it for you. Double check.
Or an alternative effect approved by the Magic Keeper.
Yeah, I know. I mean, the problem is, like, using the dynamic object to boost somebody else is kind of silly because they can just use the same dynamic object to boost themselves. Does that make sense?
Okay, that's fair.
Like,
yeah, that's fair.
Like you're not really gaining any advantage because you're using your free action, or she'd be using her free action. It doesn't do any. The only thing it does is really you're making more of a narrative thing than anything else.
You could
I'm picking up
use the dynamic option to extend the range of your explosion.
I don't need to. I'm going to move those 60 feet back up to where I was previously.
60 feet, so you're using your movement in action?
Sorry, 30.
Gotcha.
Because from where I am, it's 60 feet to the corner of the horde. So I can just...
Your brain was thinking about the next distance you were about to say.
Yeah, and I'm going to cast Explosion 2 again on that horde that's next to Melody.
Do it.
Oh, fuck. Come on. That's a 19 to hit.
Nice.
It does hit. Gonna do full damage.
24 points of damage.
Woo.
The fire erupts a second time, burning through this horde of students. You all watch as they kind of crisp up and darken in that moment, like in that anime Char style, before dropping to the ground unconscious.
Incredible.
Yeah, that's a lot of damage.
Thank you.
And then I'm going to go ahead and use up my Shard of Clarity to replenish some mana.
Okay. Roll that mana.
I'm trying to remember what it is. 1d10 plus my magic. And that'll be my turn. That's going to be 7 points of mana.
7 points of mana. Nice. Aisha, you are up next. You are prone on the ground, so you're going to have to use 15 feet of movement to get up, and there is a cultist lying and standing there over you.
You're gonna regret that, buddy. As soon as I get up, I'm gonna swing this sword and knock you down.
As soon as I get up.
I'm gonna spend 15 feet of movement to get up and not attack from prone. And that is 14 to hit.
14
That
is what?
I'm thinking about using it or not.
Are you going to use the
Yeah, I
your
am.
plus 1d8?
Yeah. For 18.
18 does hit.
What's
Hot
the
dog.
plus 1d8? What was the...
Studied combat effect.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Cool.
So do damage. And that's 12 points of damage.
12 points of damage. You slash into the cultist, cutting into them. They're wounded, still up.
Gonna leave him to you, Cat. Gonna go after the big one.
Oh wait, I just realized.
Oh,
I have,
yeah.
I have the
Your battle technique.
My
The
battle
coordinated
technique.
assault.
Yeah.
What's that do?
Coordinated
Extra
assault.
damage.
I can deal an extra 2d4 weapon damage.
Just roll another 2d4.
So
Oh,
6 more
damn!
points of damage.
Hey, 6 more points of damage. You're wounding him a bit more with that.
Cool. I am going to boom. Boom. That's 10 feet from. I still have 20 feet of movement.
Well, remember, you had to get up from being prone, so that's half your movement.
Yeah, and then I got 10 feet from Quicksilver Technique.
Okay.
And then, because it does not say it has a limit. It's supposed to have a limit, we should errata that. And I
Fair
have
enough.
35 feet total, so 1, 2.
Okay, that
3,
is going to
4.
provoke an attack of opportunity from the cultist.
No, I hit. Oh, which one? The one I hit?
Yeah.
I don't provoke an attack of opportunities from the Quicksilver Technique?
So, okay, like that.
Yeah.
There you go.
I
It's a
love that
wild
technique so
technique.
much. It
That is
feels
amazing.
overpowered.
I'll have to look at it.
Hey, whatever.
Quickened weapon gains +2 attack and +2 damage. Once per round, you may make one weapon
That's a
attack.
different
thing.
Quickened weapon?
No, Quicksilver
That's not
Technique.
Oh, quick
Anyway,
sword.
Melody,
Go ahead.
you're up next, but the horde that was about to deal with you or about to attack you again is on the ground, unconscious and burnt up. What are you doing?
So you said we have to use movement to get up?
You are going to have to, yeah, because when you're prone, don't you have to use half your movement to get up?
Yeah. So,
Not half.
okay, we've only used one dynamic object so far, right?
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Okay, I want to use one to add 10 to my movement so I can actually reach the cultist in front of me. But I was having trouble thinking of what could increase my movement.
Jumping
Um,
on a soccer ball?
You could.
Yeah, is
Maybe-
there a random soccer ball laying on the ground to roll on?
Roll.
Sure, like there's a
Uh.
soccer ball and you just jump on it and it springs you an extra 10 feet.
Can I? Do we have the? Can you use like a frozen person to like
There you go.
jump off of their shoulders?
Sorry, my chat thing or my Discord is lagging.
Oh, can you hear us?
I can hear you.
Yes,
you're
I
good.
heard you. A frozen person? What do you mean?
Like
That's
just use
just
them
all-
to pole vault or just jump off them to
Leapfrog.
get the extra feet?
They're not on the map, but there's like the Coltrast soccer players who are all frozen in place on the field.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, right. Okay, sure. I'll do that.
Nice. It's such a melody thing to do.
Leapfrog.
Yes,
yeah.
it is.
It really is.
I'm going to say that one of the Coltrast students was like running forward when it happened, and like their back is the perfect angle for a ramp. So Melody on her skates goes skating up, jumps, skis up the back of the Coltrast student, and goes flying an extra 10 feet in the air.
Okay, so I can actually reach him.
Yep, and you land, thunk, and skid in your skates and end up right next to the dude.
Okay, so now I'm going to attack him with my claws.
Clawed up.
Okay, my
Oof.
coupled weapon. Oh, much better.
There you go. That's going to hit
9 damage.
9 points of damage. He dodges the first slash, but you hit him on the rebound with the second, raking across his arm and drawing some blood for 9 points of damage. That it for your turn?
Yes.
The cultist is going to pull out his ritual dagger and do the same thing to you that you did to them. I mean, fair is fair, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That means he has to. That means he has to miss the first time.
Does the 13 hit? Bonus action, another 13. He slashes at you twice, trying to hit you, but misses.
Fair is fair.
Salem, you're up next.
Right. 15 feet to get up. Then I'm going to move. Where am I doing? Oh my god, where am I going?
Where are you going?
5, 10, 15 feet over here. And then bonus action, have Arya charge into this guy. So that gives her enough movement to go in. She will attack. An 11. So
Oof,
misses.
That is a miss.
Fine. And then for my action, I will explosion to the big bad.
Damn.
Okay.
$15.
Student bond ability. Can you
Oh, God
add a
damn it.
D4 to that?
I don't think you can do double combat.
I really need to remember to do this. Yeah, a 15 is... I can't remember. I gotta look at explosion. One second. The hell?
That's not right.
That's definitely not the information for explosion. That's the information for the other one.
Here. Wait, that also can't be right. When
I mean-
rolling for damage, rolled ones instead become 3?
Yes. That's,
Yeah, that's
Oh,
correct.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, but there's something about a number you have to roll on the dice to do full damage.
Either-
That's what I'm trying to remember.
It's 16,
I think it's 16.
16. That's what I thought it was. That's what I was trying to figure out. So, a 15, you're not going to do full damage. You're going to be doing half damage on them.
Okay. And
But
I
it-
did have a cool question because at Explosion 2, it says deal 1 damage to, or 1 target 2d12, and then on the effects it says when attacking only 1 target, add 1d12 to the damage pool. So is that an additional 1d12 to 3d12 or still just the 2d12?
It's 3d12 because you add an extra one if you're only attacking 1 target instead of a
Yeah.
horde.
Perfect. I think I misunderstood that last time, so I will not this time.
Matt, should we
Yep.
have rolled a horror check for the outsider?
Yeah, I don't know if you heard me, but I was just bitching to myself a moment ago because I forgot to have you all
Oh.
roll for horror when the thing
Mm.
appeared.
Damn it.
We can
We
roll
have
the
to
start
roll now.
next session. We can roll at the start of next session.
We'll roll it at the start of its turn. We'll
It's
say
still
that.
powering
It's
up.
still
It hasn't
it's still
fully shown
rising up.
itself.
Yeah, it's still rising up out of the ground. So it's not fully appeared yet. That's why we forgot. Yeah, it was intentional, damn it. It was intentional.
I'm not complaining.
Full horror of the situation hasn't been realized.
the horror.
A round is only 6 seconds.
So 11,
So five-
half, 5.
Yep, 5 points of damage.
And that's my turn.
Okay. Next up is the cultist who is looking down at Salem, or not Salem, at your friend Arya. He's gonna mumble to himself, "I can do that too." He is using his turn to summon an outsider.
Gross.
This time, oh man. Oh god.
I'll put a little one.
He's using his turn has to appear about 20 feet away from them. Let's see. Yeah, I think it's just going to appear right there on the other side of Arya. I need it to roll its own initiative. It'll start its turn on the next round. That's it for his turn. He's not going to move. He's staying right where he is. The coach, when that black fire burned through him, he just dropped and landed on the ground with a thud. He is no longer moving.
Oof. Tight.
Katrina, you're up. Sky Seeker.
I feel like my attack against the coach was useless. He just burned up after.
No, that was good.
I mean, it's possible he would have, waited to summon the outsider until he was more hurt anyway. So, like, quick question. Are we rolling horror check for the outsider that just got summoned, or no?
We're going to be doing the two of them together.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, we're just additional ones just add benefit to it, basically. So once the two of them they're both coalescing and forming, they're both going to end up forming on this dude's turn. Okay. So I just decided to roll them both together. That way, Kat can have her turn first.
Thank you. So Kat will stand up.
Mm-hmm.
There goes half her movement, and she will just whip this cultist in front of her with her ribbon.
Heck yeah.
Whip into shape.
So 25 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Come on, lucky number.
7 damage.
7 points of damage. He is still up.
Second attack, 25 to hit.
Nice. Definitely hits.
5 damage.
That's enough to take it out. 2 cracks with your whips, and the cultist goes down.
It's incredible.
I can't use my third one.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. You still have movement left.
You got 15
It has to be the
movement.
same target, though.
Yeah, I think it's the same target.
Okay, gotcha. Never mind then. Ignore me.
Yeah, I think it's that's what I'm like. I can't use it because that guy's down.
Well, hey, still you got him down, and you do still have your movement, 15 feet of it at least.
Is that creature? It looks like the same thing as we fought last time. Is it?
Yeah, it definitely looks like the same thing.
Cat does not like those.
Vengeance, Cat. Get your vengeance.
She'll move closer to try to help Arya out. That's her turn.
Okay. Next up, the creature that has been rising up out of the center of the circle fully forms and appears before you all. It is horrific, which means I need you to roll to resist horror. And add your purity modifier to that D100.
Was it purity and something else? Or just
Use my
purity?
inspiration to reroll.
I think we also add our Magi-Knight level. Let me double check.
Yeah, I believe that's correct.
Okay. I still want to reroll.
Yeah, 3.
So purity plus Magi-Knight level.
Yeah, purity plus Magi-Knight level, plus to your D100 roll.
Much better. I will take that.
Nice, Salem.
Hate to lose the inspiration, but that was worth it.
Let me look at something real quick.
Oh, it says we also add our rep level. So isn't that level 1?
Rep level is 1 right now.
So
Okay,
rep,
yeah, you
Magi-Knight, and purity?
Yes.
Bro, this sucks. It's not possible to roll good initiative if you're Damian at some point. You drop to the bottom of the order.
I mean, you still did really good. You took out 2 hordes.
Woohoo!
Wow,
That
look
was-
at that.
Let's go.
I'm not scared at all.
Cat's
Too bad it wasn't
terrified.
100 because I could have helped somebody else if it was 100.
So close.
Okay. As this creature forms up, what's up? You got something,
I'm
Starseeker?
gonna make my leadership roll to hopefully save myself.
No.
Nope, unfortunately not. The three of you, Nova Seeker, Star Seeker, Sky Seeker, seeing this massive form fully emerge. He's towering. He is at least 20 feet tall, standing over you. This gigantic creature with 3 arms, one of which is spectral and floating about him. All 3 of you freeze in horror. And I feel like that's an excellent place to end things for this evening.
Yeah, that took the wind out of my sails for sure.
I had plans.
Well,
Now I have nothing.
Do the best I can.
We'll see what happens.
Oh, Kat, did you ever use your random Rhapsody coin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
right.
right.
I forgot to take it off. My bad. Anyway, okay, so that's where we're ending things for this evening. We've got Kat, Damian, and Aisha all freaking horrified seeing this thing emerge. Melody and Salem are fine. So we're going to find out what happens here in 2 weeks. I can't wait. It's going to be fun. Well, thank you to everyone who watched this evening. We very much appreciate you tuning in and hanging out with us for this extended session. Come back in 2 weeks to find out what happens to our heroes, and are they going to be able to deal with this newly summoned outsider? Are they going to be able to save their friends? Are they going to be able to save all of their families that are here in attendance? It's going to be a lot of fun finding out. Well, as always, we like to go around the table and have everybody tell us who they are and where we can find them on the internet. And Ash, you're the one who did the recap, so why don't you go ahead and go first?
I'm Ashleyien. I played Cat / Skyseeker, and you can find me here every 2 weeks.
Absolutely. John, you're next.
I'm John. I played Salem, aka Blossom Seeker tonight. You can find me here every other Monday and Wednesdays. On Mondays, I am on the Magi-Knight or the Aethertech campaign, which is Pathfinder 2, which is vastly different than this one because last session we had an almost TPK and then a beach episode and then a bar fight. It is a good, crazy time over there. But you can find me, like I said, here every other Monday and Wednesday, or on Instagram at CreativePanda88, or at Blue Sky at johnpoart.bluesky.social.
Heck yeah. Kira, you're up next.
Okay, I'm Kira. I'm the assistant creator of Magi-Knights Awakening. And you can find all of our social media accounts on our website, magi-knights.com. And also on our site, you'll find links to our drive-through RPG page, which has print on demand or the PDF of Magi-Knights, or also we recently released a free one-shot, or you can get the paid version, which is a 3-shot, called Bastion of the Blighted Beldam. And then we also have a supplement called The Heroes from Over There, which helps convert D&D 5th edition adventures to work with Magi-Knight rules. And then I'm also the author of the children's book, My Dad the Game Master, which you can find on Amazon.
Heck yeah. Los, you're next.
You can find me here every other week. I'm Los. I play Damian on the socials on PDX Homebrew, and I'm a Random Rhapsody exclusive player.
Heck yeah. Love it. Hana, you're next.
Hi, I was Eureka for today. You can find me here, obviously, every other Wednesday, also every second Sunday. You can find me over on Singularity Roleplay, where I play my trans hacker girl in the City of Mist game. We had to skip the August game, but very excited to go back in September. Socials, you can find me at Destiny Trio INC, everywhere that matters, plus also X. And there's one final shout out. I was in Game of Monster of the Week on Word Fangirl stream on the 18th, we were raising money for Doctors Without Borders. We doubled our goal, so that was really great. Donations are still open, so if you want to go over to Word Fangirl's Twitter account, you can go do a little donation there and watch the VOD. It was a wild game.
Love it. Well, as always, I am Matthew R. Dawson, your friendly neighborhood host and game master here on the Random Rhapsody Network. You can find me on the socials, and all of that crap is at Scruffy Wanderer. I also control all of the Random Rhapsody ones, which is either Random Rhapsody or Random_Rhapsody, depending on what you're looking at. You can find me a bunch of random places, too many to mention, but now that the holiday season is coming up, I'm actually going to be toning down a little bit of what I do on other networks. That way I can focus on the holiday season and also the stuff that I've got coming here on Random Rhapsody for 2025, which is a lot of stuff. I can't wait to start announcing that here in the next month or so stay tuned for that. Follow us on all of our socials to find out what it is we're doing, because, it's a lot. Well, anyway, on behalf of everyone here with the Dream Seekers and everyone in the Random Rhapsody crew, I just want to say, thank you, folks. It's been a delight. So long. Good luck. And until next time, may your dreams be infinite.
Good
night.
Good night.
See you, everybody.
Good night.